Welcome back to the Glow Up Girl podcast. I'm Kyra. All right, I am so very excited to welcome Kaela and Jayla to the show. Welcome, ladies.
Hello, thank you for having us.
Thank you for having
Yes.
us.
Yes, awesome. First, also, too, I love when I get to talk to, I love my one-on-ones, but it's so unique and a great opportunity when I get to have two guests on. So thank you both for being here. And what we'll start with is just I have given an intro in my opener about the great work that you all do, but I would love it if each of you could tell the audience who you are and what you do with Girl Talk.
Absolutely. Well, thank you for having us, Kyra. It's such an honor to be here, and Jayla and I are thrilled to be part of this conversation today. I'm Kaela Chang, and I have the honor of serving as Girl Talk's Executive Director. I've been with the organization for the past 3 years, and I've been leading the organization as Executive Director for the past about a year and a half. And previously, I oversaw all of our development and communications.
Perfect. And then, hi everyone, I am Jayla. I'm the programs manager here at Girl Talk, and I oversee all of our programs, including Girl Talk Clubs, Girl Talk Camp, and our ambassador program. I know we're going to get into that a little bit later. And then also as a therapist, I've been privileged enough to refresh and also create some of our Girl Talk curriculum, which is really exciting.
Awesome. I love that. All right. Well, we're going to get into it. So let's talk about the mission and vision of Girl Talk and who you serve. So, Kaela, can you get us started there?
Absolutely. So Girl Talk's mission is to inspire all girls to be confident leaders through peer-to-peer mentorship. And we envision a world where all girls can live confidently, lead fearlessly, and support one another. So true to our mission, we serve all preteen and teenage girls, regardless of their backgrounds.
Yes, I love that. And, while we're talking about it, I know before we came on air, we were just talking about really the fact that what you offer is so unique through the peer-to-peer mentoring. And let's talk about benefits of your programs, right? Because it's so important for girls to identify areas where they can be leaders. And so would you talk about just the benefits of someone who comes through the Girl Talk organization and the programs?
Absolutely, Kyra. So our programs provide a plethora of benefits for the girls that we serve, including leadership development, high school and college readiness, as well as scholarship opportunities and community service opportunities. One of my favorite things to see is the robust community that the girls start to build, and we see relationships and friendships kind of last throughout the years, which is really special. And I also want to point out that from our surveys, we've seen from our programs that they consistently contribute to a higher self-esteem for our girls, including a sense of belonging as well. So we see that relationship development aspect, that leadership development, but then also self-esteem and sense of belonging, which is really important for our girls.
Yeah, I love that because a lot of the work I do here with Glow Up Girl is really focused on, you think about women, right? And kind of going for women who are college aged and up, and you're thinking about that building confidence and building our leadership skills and just thinking about the work that you all do. I saw a study on your site that talked about girls really not even identifying the fact that they can be leaders or this lack of confidence that they feel. And I have to tell you, it's really disheartening to think about young women, because I know how it feels to be a woman, an adult, and sometimes, sort of struggling with like, okay, can I lead this? Can I do this?
Yeah.
Am I capable? And to think about young girls having to go through that and just immediately almost having this sense of like bias toward themselves, right? That it's like, I'm not destined to be a leader. I think it's really amazing what you do and your programs that help to build their confidence and their leadership. So when we're talking about the peer-to-peer program and the high school girls really pouring into sort of the preteen, middle school girls, what have you seen? Because I'm sure you have some girls who have come through the programs, right, that started when they were young and now they're the high school leaders. Can you talk about how you've seen that confidence develop over the years?
Absolutely. I know as women, we've all experienced this at one point or another. And at Girl Talk, we are constantly working to address what we call the confidence crisis that many young girls face. And we know that their experiences during these most formative years of adolescence will shape their confidence as grown women, too. So, our programs do really work hard and are intentional in closing this gap by providing girls with that safe and supportive environment to discover their leadership potential and embrace their own unique qualities. And we do that through the Girl Talk curriculum, which addresses topics for every stage of a girl's leadership journey, from self-advocacy and societal pressures to stress management. And again, continuing to celebrate what makes them unique, what makes them different, and what they bring to the table.
Yeah, I think you hit on something that is just so key. And it's something that we talk a lot about this in the shows here is people understanding and identifying their unique abilities. Because I think it's so important for people to realize that you are one of one. Like you are who you are and you are that person for a reason. And like nobody should be able to make you feel less than. Like what you bring to the table matters. And it's a matter of like, how does it fit into if you're a part of a team? How do I use that within the team? And I feel like that's what your programs like really focus on doing is saying, hey, Sue, like this is what you're really good at. And you take that, you run with it, you hold on to it. Because we all know for so many years and probably still happening, women who are different, or if you don't fit the box, then apparently then you don't belong, especially when you think about leadership, right? I'm just using myself as an example here. I'm not speaking for everyone, but I'm just saying I can remember like kind of growing up in corporate America and it's like, oh, well, you don't fit this box. You don't say these things. You're not showing these signs. So I don't know if you're going to make it as a leader. And I just remember for many years feeling like, oh my God, like, what do I have to act like the rest of these people? And I knew I didn't want to be that way. So eventually, like we all find mentors and people who will pour into us and help us to celebrate the unique strengths that we offer and bring to the table. So we say that for everyone listening, watching, just be you, right? Like you don't have to fit in. You just need to be your own unique, lovely self and you will go places. All right. Now I want to talk about the programs. So everybody's listening out there, you're watching us. This is where we need your help. If you're in Atlanta, we need you to donate and volunteer. If you are anywhere else in the world, we need you to just pour in with some donations to help Girl Talk do their thing and keep helping young women grow into leaders.
Well, thank you for a segue into our Girl Talk program. So we do have 3 anchoring programs, including the Ambassador Program, our Girl Talk Clubs, and Girl Talk Camp. So our Ambassador Program consists of high school aged girls that really steer this movement that we call Girl Talk. They represent Girl Talk clubs from all over the nation, and also girls all over the nation, ensuring that our programs reflect the needs of girls and the girl experience. And so through our ambassadors, we create fun and really exciting events and opportunities for our Girl Talk girls. So that's our Ambassador Program. Our Girl Talk clubs are our foundational program. So through Girl Talk clubs, older girls are mentoring younger girls using Girl Talk curriculum and with the support of a Girl Talk advisor. So we utilize a pretty flexible model. So whether you are in a school setting, on a sports team, or even within your own family, anyone can start a Girl Talk club. And so as it pertains to the Girl Talk curriculum that I mentioned, it consists of over 100 lessons and resources covering an array of topics, including healthy relationships, self-care, digital citizenship, and so much more. And then last but not least, our Girl Talk Camp. Now, this is our highly anticipated annual week-long camp that's hosted here in Atlanta for rising 8th graders and as low as 4th graders, so 4th through 8th graders. And so our campers experience a very dynamic leadership development week through interactive activities, peer-to-peer mentorship, speaker sessions, and a ton of fun. And one thing that I love about our camps is that anyone can get involved. So if you're a rising 9th through 12th grader, we encourage you to apply as a camp counselor. And then also volunteers are welcomed as well. So that pretty much covers our like 3 anchoring Girl Talk programs.
Well, I love the thing I really love is that it's not limited. Like when you talked about the clubs, it's not limited to, oh, you have to be in this school but just to hear like you can start one on a sports team, you can start one in a neighborhood. Like that's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Do you find that you get a lot of people who may not be starting them like inside of a school, but just through clubs or other organizations?
Yes, we do see that our Girl Talk clubs are expanding. A lot of our foundational clubs have started in schools, but it's really important for us that we're able to meet the needs of the community. And so we know that girls are getting together in other environments. So Girl Talk clubs have to be accessible in other environments as well. So
I love that. Because yeah, you're like you said, you're meeting the need and meeting them where they are. So what do you say is something that you hear from girls who have started, like, what do girls come back and tell you, like, when they're in the program? Have you had girls that have started in 4th grade and gone all the way through and become like mentors themselves?
Yeah, I can jump in. We certainly have seen that. We get testimonials and letters all the time, not just people who are saying that Girl Talk has changed their lives, but we've actually had girls write in that Girl Talk has saved their lives in some ways. And our alumni network is over 77,000 strong in our 22-year history. So we have served thousands and thousands of girls who become women working in the workplace now and can talk about how their experiences have shaped their career path. During my time with Girl Talk over the past 3 years, I haven't been able to necessarily see yet a 4th grader reach the full cycle of our program offerings just yet. But one story that does come to mind for me is a high school girl who I watched just blossom through our programs. Her name is Hannah, and I met her in her first summer as a camp counselor at Girl Talk Camp. And after just 1 week as a camp counselor, I could really see her blossom. And she continued to return and become a part of our ambassador program. She was a club leader at her school and just remained involved in Girl Talk. And the next summer, she was a lead counselor for us. So she took that extra leadership step. And then the summer after that, after she stayed involved, she actually joined the Girl Talk team as our camp coordinator last year, and went on to receive a scholarship as one of our national leaders of the year. So we see these stories all the time, and I know as Jayla and I continue to work with the organization, we will see countless more stories just like Hannah's.
That's a great story. I love that. That's pretty awesome. Those are the things that you just want to share and for people to hear because it's amazing. Like I want people to understand that there's no amount of time that you have to be somewhere. This was a week and you saw the impact and you saw how the organization touched someone. And it's just, I'm sure you have countless other stories that sound just like that from young women. So that's amazing. Fun fact, the Girl Talk was founded down in South Georgia. And originally I'm from South Georgia, so I resonated immediately many years ago when I first found the organization. I was like, wait, it's a South Georgia girl.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And we're so glad you got involved.
I love it. And it's just, yeah, I love the impact that you all have. And for those of you, I did get to attend and participate in one of their camps. And it's so fulfilling. It's just one of the most purest things you get to do as someone who cares about young women and helping them in their journeys, because everybody's journey looks different. And women from no matter how young, no matter how old, like we just want to be supported. We just want to be seen. We just want to have a voice. And organizations like yours, like Girl Talk, provides that. I know it's gotten like 20 times, it's grown since I was there, but it was just so like exciting, right? Everybody was just like really having a really good time. I remember I can still see the pictures. They're still on the site, which makes me excited. We did a vision board workshop and there's a little picture on the site where the little girl is holding the vision board. And I was like, oh, I love it. It's so, yeah, that's a memory for me that like I took and I always remember. It's just seeing them put their visions of what they wanted to be when they got older. And I remember that little girl, she said she wanted to be an astronaut. And I was just like, oh, this is so great. So people, it has impact. the work that they do, it really matters. And I do want to ask the two of you, why is the work that you do so important?
I can start us off. Honestly, girls make my world go around, right? So, because of women, I have been able to excel professionally. I'm able to experience a pretty dynamic life personally and create and go after my wildest of dreams. And it's also just interesting because anytime I interact with any of the Girl Talk girls, I think like, wow, if I had Girl Talk at any point in my life, it would have been very, very transformative. And so whether I was like a fourth grader navigating friendships or even in high school, navigating like my identity, it would have just made the world of a difference. And so I'm just happy to be a part of what I needed growing up. And it's just very special to see things, very firsthand with our girls. So
And I echo a lot of what Jayla just shared, as do many of the women who get involved with our organization. For me, Girl Talk is the organization that I wish I had as a middle schooler and as a high school girl, because being a young girl is hard. And in the digital world that we live in today, they're facing even more challenges as young girls. And so Girl Talk really does serve as that glimmer of hope and that community that I want all girls to have during the most sometimes confusing years of our lives. And I truly believe that if all girls really have the support that they need during adolescence, they will become women who uplift one another well into adulthood.
Yes, I love that. Thank you both so much for that, because that is the thing. Like, I think I echo you as well in saying this organization is the one you wish you had when you were younger and you were growing up, because you you both are correct. It's very hard growing up. And I know it's even harder now. Like you mentioned, the world is digital and it's social and it gives a lot. It gives more than we ask for sometimes, but it's just amazing that the girls have an organization like yours to, as a safe space, as a foundation, as a place to almost to come home to, and know that there are people who actually really care about you and your well-being. And Jayla, I love that you are a therapist, because I think that probably plays such a huge role in the programming. And I mean, we love talking about mental wellness here, and we are supporters of therapy. Like, everybody should go to therapy. If you're not there, you need to get there. But such advocates for mental well-being. And I think that, like, your background and pouring into the program is probably makes it phenomenal in helping young women with their mental well-being.
yeah. And I would like to add, and Kaela can attest to this, the girls have been vocal about wanting, whether it's curriculum or activities at camp that really speak to mental wellness and self-care. And so, I mean, I'm only here to give the girls what they really want and deserve. And that's what's exciting, that I don't have to lead the charge, but it's really in the girls' hands, and I'm just supporting them. So
I love it. I love it. Well, both of you ladies are fantastic, and you just seem so very caring about the young women that you serve and about the work you do. So they are all very, very lucky to have both of you.
thank you.
Thank you. And thank you for the work that you do, Kyra, to
Thank
continue
you.
uplifting women in their adult lives. I mean, this is important for us too. So thank you.
Thank you. I appreciate that. All right, now let's get to how people listening or watching can help. So we want to talk about, Jayla, what do you need for the programs? How can they volunteer? How can they get involved? And where can they send the dollars?
Great question. Thank you so much for even steering us in this direction. So, interested volunteers can submit an inquiry form on our website, and all of our volunteers do undergo a background check before they start to assist with any of our programming. But specifically this year, we're excited because we are expanding our no barrier approach to girl leadership through our Girl Talk clubs. And so we've partnered with Dove and Sam's Club to launch 100 new Girl Talk clubs all over the nation. And we need the community's help in order to reach that goal. So feel free to visit our website to learn more about how to bring a Girl Talk club to your community. And I'll pass it to Kaela.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I just want to add that every donation, no matter the amount, really does help us invest in the future generation of leaders. And so you can visit our website also to find a link to donate. And again, if you want to make an even greater investment, we encourage you to make that donation monthly. Make it a monthly gift and a monthly investment in the future for all girls.
Awesome. And just let's tell them where they can find you online.
Yes, follow us on Instagram and TikTok at Girl Talk Inc. And also we do have a newsletter, which is like super exciting and dynamic. And so people can subscribe there using the link in our bio.
Awesome. So we'll drop all these links in the show notes as well. All right. So before I let you go, I would like for you to leave our audience with 3 things you'd like for them to take away from this discussion today.
Well, I'll start with start a Girl Talk Club, start a Girl Talk Club, and start a Girl Talk Club. No, but seriously, our Girl Talk Clubs are an opportunity for anyone to get involved, no matter where you are, and that's really special. And so anyone can, start a Girl Talk Club to support the girls in their community.
And I also want to add, the audience, I hope that they take away both why our work is important and additional ways that they can get involved. So I know we talked about the confidence crisis. Many of us have experienced that at one point or another, but research really does continue to show that girl self-esteem peaks between the ages of 8 and 14. And so the work at Girl Talk that we do in our peer-led model is really allowing us to try to combat that every single day. And so I would encourage you to get involved, whether that's through starting a Girl Talk Club in your community, through volunteering at Girl Talk Camp, or just making a financial contribution or supporting the young girls in your lives every day, letting her know that her voice matters and that she is seen and heard. All of that does a lot to invest in the next generation.
Awesome. I love it. I love it. Well, I just want to say thank you, Kaela and Jayla, so much for taking time to spend with the Glow Up Girl community. And everybody listening or watching, you just got one thing to do. Go visit their site, get involved, and help our young women. Help them. That's all we want you to do. It's just think about how you can help today.
Thank you for having us. It's been such a pleasure to have this conversation. We're excited to get involved with your community and for your audience to join our movement.
Awesome. All right, ladies. Well, thank you again. And everyone, stay tuned. I'll be right back.